So here's the customer first protocol. Number one, before you build anything else, have 10 real conversations with people who have the problem that you solve. Not a survey, not a poll, but real conversations. Ask them what they've tried. Ask them what it cost them. Ask them what they will pay to have it solved. You do not need 6 months to turn this year around. You actually need 1 weekend and 3 moves. Let me show you. By the end of this teaching, you'll have a second half blueprint, a vision broken down until it fits into a Monday, a circle that actually builds you, and a business approach that starts with the customer instead of the website. 3 moves, 1 weekend. Stay with me. Last week, we did the mid-year audit. 3 cuts. If you missed it, the link is in the description. But this week, we rebuild. And we're rebuilding using what I call the Nehemiah frame. There's a man in scripture who inherited a ruin. His name is Nehemiah. The wall of Jerusalem had been broken down for years, decades of rubble. Everyone had accepted the ruins as permanent, but Nehemiah rebuilt that wall in 52 days. 52 days. You have probably 24 weeks till the end of the year. That's not a leftover of a disappointing year. That's 3 times what Nehemiah needed. Now, if this is making sense already, hit the subscribe button. I drop a new teaching every Saturday for visionaries at Crossroads. Move number 1, break the vision into sections. Now, here's the detail most people miss when they read Nehemiah chapter 3. Nehemiah did not rebuild the wall. No one can rebuild the wall. It's too big, it's overwhelming, and it's decades of rubble. What he did instead was to divide it, gates and sections, and each family rebuilt the section that was nearest to their house. 1 family, 1 gate, 1 team, 1 stretch, small enough to finish and close enough to care about. That's the exact reason why your vision has been overwhelming you. Not because it's too big, because it's unbroken. You see, a vision is designed to fill years. A goal is designed to fit a season. And a task is designed to fit a day of the week. Let's say maybe Monday, for instance. So when you carry the years into the Monday, you freeze every single time. That's why Luke 14 verse 28 says, which of you intending to build a tower will not first sit down, count the cost, make sure that they have enough to build it before they start. Notice the order in the scripture. You sit down first, and then the counting comes before the building. The breakdown comes before the breakthrough. So here's what you should do this weekend. Step 1, write your second half sentence using that blueprint. I've shared it here before that I gleaned from Donald Miller. I will achieve X by December 31st because of Z, which is your action steps. 1 sentence. Pin it where you see it every single morning. Step number 2, break it into 3 8-week blocks. Block 1 will end early September, block 2 will end early November, and block 3 ends December 31st. Give each block 1 milestone, not 5, 1. And then step number 3, ask 1 question every Monday morning or Sunday night in preparation for that Monday. What belongs to this week? The vision cannot fit into a day, but this week's section can. You are not rebuilding the wall. You are rebuilding the gate that is nearest to your house. Then the next one, then the next one. And then move number 2, rebuild your circle on purpose. Last week, I asked you to be honest about a relationship that has been quietly costing you. And some of you made that decision. It was brave. But hear me, releasing those you don't need is only half the work. If you cut and you never replace, the empty space will fill up itself, because life abhors vacuum. It will always rebuild, but usually with whatever is nearest, not whatever is best. Nehemiah understood this. So before 1 stone was laid, in chapter 2 verse 17, he gathered the people and he said, come, let us rise up and build. And the scripture says their hands were strengthened for the good work. He did not rebuild alone. He recruited deliberately. So how do you rebuild a circle deliberately? With 1 skill, the skill that nobody teaches. Stop trying to be interesting. Be interested instead. Let me explain. Proverbs 20 and verse 5 says, Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Now, this is what that scripture means. Most people walk into rooms performing, rehearsed introductions, polished pitch, and everyone forgets them by the car park. The person people remember, the person people trust, is the one who drew them out. And there are 3 questions that can draw anyone out. Question number 1, what are you building at the moment? Everyone is building something, but almost nobody gets asked. Question number 2, what's been the best part of your year so far? It moves the conversation to, oh, how is the weather? To something meaningful in one step. And question number 3, what do you need right now that you can't find? That one turns you from a stranger into a connector, because once you know what people need, you become the person that can link them, and connectors are never short of allies. And this weekend, reach out to 2 people that you want in your second half circle, not to pitch to them, to draw them out. Ask one of the 3 questions and watch what happens. And move number 3, build the customer before the platform. If you're building a business, a service, an offer, anything, I need to say something that might be strange to you. The website, the logo, the brand colors, the Instagram grid, none of it is the business. The customer is your business. And a lot of what people call building is really hiding. Because the website can't reject you, the logo can't say no, the color palette never asks what it costs, but a customer will ask you. So we polish the platform to avoid the conversation, unfortunately. But Proverbs 24 and verse 27 says something that explains this better. It says, prepare your work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Now read the order. The field comes first, the house after. The income first, the infrastructure after. Scripture puts the customer first principle on record thousands of years before any startup person did. So here's the customer first protocol. Number 1, before you build anything else, have 10 real conversations with people who have the problem that you solve. Not a survey, not a poll, but real conversations. Ask them what they've tried. Ask them what it cost them. Ask them what they will pay to have it solved. And then number 2, sell it to one person before the website exists. A voice note, a DM, or an invoice. If nobody will buy it from a conversation, a website will not save it, or it will not sell it. And if somebody will buy it from you from a conversation, then you just validated the whole business for free. Number 3, let your first 3 customers write your website for you. Now, this is what I mean. You use their exact words, their objections, their before and after. That's the copy that converts, because it was written by the market, not by your imagination. So again, it is the field first and then the house after. Now, the normal question I believe is rising up in your heart is, what is the connecting thread in all this? 3 moves. Break the vision into sections, rebuild the circle on purpose, build the customer before the platform. There are different areas, but one pattern is the Nehemiah pattern. He surveyed the ruins honestly. That was last weekend's audit. And then he divided the work into sections, and then he recruited allies, and then he built what was needed instead of what was impressive. And Nehemiah 6 and verse 15 records the result. So the wall was finished in 52 days. A ruin that everyone had accepted as permanent was rebuilt in 52 days. You have 24 weeks, thereabout. The ruins are not the end of your story. They are the building site. So here's the weekend assignment. You know me, I always give you one. Pick one move, not all 3. If it's the vision, write your second half sentence and your 3 8-week blocks. If it's the circle, then reach out to 2 people and draw them out. If it's the business, book 1 customer conversation before you touch the website again. 1 move, 1 weekend, and the rescue starts there. Now, if something resonated with you while you were watching, send me a message. The link is in the channel description. I read every one of them. And subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Ring the bell. And I'll see you next Sunday on another purpose-driven journey. God bless you, and I believe I'll see you at the top.